Hello and welcome back to Pendor Rearmed, and indeed we're helping another one of our war parties here made up of our CKO units, and indeed this is actually against Marius Imperator himself too, so it might be a little bit dicey. I don't know whether it's really going to be because, well, as you can quite clearly tell here, we do have the 30 renown for the reward of this battle, so that is not really going to do much. I feel like we're probably going to have a pretty easy time of dealing with these guys, because I mean, first of all, we have actual CKO units that are rivaling Noldor Twilight Knights. We have them on the field in a very big way, as you could see, 68 of them in fact. And well, I did actually go over to Ethos just a moment ago, and I got a bunch more troops, bunch more of our CKO troops, and I'm very much hoping we're going to be able to utilize them nicely. As you can see here, we do have our biscuit sergeants. Hopefully they're going to do a good job too. I mean, they have some pretty... Whoa, okay, hello. They've got a Barclay musketeer. That's kind of interesting. Okay, I'm kind of surprised that they actually have those, but okay. Now we are just going to let them do their thing. Hopefully I don't know, I kind of feel like maybe we should take a look at some of the gear that we have with some of our troops and maybe see if they need upgrading or something like that. I'm not entirely sure really. Generally right now, I feel like the best course of action for us is to literally try to maybe we should get them something a little bit more damaging from range. Because as it stands right now, I'm not sure if that's really going to pay us that heavily. Because you could see right here, obviously, they are doing some pretty decent damage. I'm not sure if most of these kills are gained from the ranged attacks that they're able to do, or whether this is literally just because they are charging in now. Because obviously they are charging in, and they do have Noldor swords. Obviously they have Noldor swords. If we could defeat the 3 seers, I think it is the 3 seers, we would be given the ability to get a Doom Mace, and the Doom Mace would be fantastic. Obviously, as we might expect, it is going to be extremely powerful for us, because that allows us to pretty much just have like massive penetration value first of all, and we also have the ability to knock people unconscious extremely easily, which means that we'd be able to take even more prisoners, and then we could sell those for a well, a decent amount. I wouldn't say a massive amount or anything, but yeah, a decent amount. And I think that could potentially be the way to go, but obviously we need to defeat the 3 seers. If it is indeed them, I think it is them. But we need to defeat them before we can actually make that happen. But yeah, you can see here, we actually... Never mind, okay. I was kind of expecting that, I suppose, that we didn't really have too many problems foreseeably against this particular opponent. And I mean, it's kind of surprising, to be honest, because we are up against the leader of the Empire. So from my perspective, it feels like maybe we could just... I don't know. Maybe we could just try and see whether we can maybe push a little bit forward here. Maybe try to see if we can maybe take more of their fiefs. Try to force them into some kind of, I don't know, some kind of peace agreement or something like that. Someone actually did mention to me in the comments as well, thank you very much for this, that to convert vassals, yeah, it is, as I thought, a little bit more than just 10 or so, and it is about 25 relation that you need to be able to persuade vassals to join you, and that's kind of harsh for me. That's kind of harsh. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do that in a short amount of time or not. It's more likely going to take, well, quite a bit more. We're going to have to basically just let every single person go, apart from the ones with bad personalities, of course. Generally, I am only very much looking for good-natured or you know, martial type vassals. They are going to be the best course of action for us. If we don't go for them, it's going to be a problem. We're going to have some huge issues with the drama that they provide, because obviously every single time you give a fief to someone else, they're going to lose relation, and it's going to be a whole big problem. So yeah, not exactly pleased about that, but yeah, there you go. Okay, so here we are. We have this guy. I'm going to let him go. He has, yeah, oh, there was that, oh, I see. Okay, there was actually a unique spawn here, or at the very least a mercenary guy. Now the question is, do we want to take Marius Imperator prisoner? Yes, I think we will. We will take him prisoner because, I mean, it's going to give us a rather significant amount of money. And money is always good for us. I feel like we should probably try to get about 320,000 because we need 320,000 to be able to upgrade our CKO once again. So it would be wonderful if we could do that. Now, one other thing that I really want to go for here is I would like to go for Says, if at all possible. I'm actually not entirely sure. Can I speak to Marius Imperator and actually see if he can... Yeah, no. Okay. Yeah, there's obviously something you can do with the leaders of each faction. If you don't know this, basically what you can do is if they are captured and there is a significant amount of territory that has been taken from them, you can basically say to them, I will let you go if you give me your unique weapon. And then if you get their unique weapon from them, then they'll leave and, you know, then everything will be great. But, yeah, generally I don't know whether the unique weapon is particularly worth it in this case because we have, well, we have a rune weapon, of course, so it's probably not going to be super amazing. Heretic army launches a surprise attack on Valenbrae. That's actually hilarious because that would be wow. If we were over there right now, we would be able to capture Valenbrae in 2 seconds. So yeah, that's kind of unfortunate that we're not there. But I can't do much about that, as I've said. I can't do much about that at all. We just kind of have to let it happen. And, well, maybe we can... I don't know. Maybe we can make our way over there at some point. Alright, so I have no idea how many people they have in here, but I'm assuming they are going to sally out, as expected. There you go. And, well, this is going to be slightly okay. I think we should probably have a reasonable time here. I don't think this is going to be too bad for us. At least I hope not. For some reason my forces are just running in here. I don't know why they're actually charging right now. I kind of don't want them to charge, if I'm honest. I kind of would like them to just kind of hang back as much as possible. Just use their ranged attack until they run out, of course. I mean, they don't really have that many arrows to begin with in this situation, so maybe it's... I don't know. Maybe it's a good idea for them to just do that. And it seems like the crossbowmen are running around randomly here. They don't seem to really be doing much. Oh, hello. Yep, they're going to be starting to shoot now. And they might actually eliminate me here. I kind of hope that not to be the case. Let's try to be a little bit careful. Thank you very much. And there you go. Okay, nice. Nicely done. Okay, so 104 renown for us right there. And indeed, yeah, 142 was eliminated. Okay, so we're just going to abandon the siege once again. Did I actually, by the way, did I miss the Noldor tournament this January? I think I might have missed the Noldor tournament. If I did, then obviously that's really bad. But, you know, I mean, we've been busy, right? We've been busy quite heavily here. So I don't think we're really going to be super upset by that. Considering the fact that if there is a unique spawn that we might be able to take on, I think we're probably going to have a pretty decent time against pretty much any unique spawns now. So I don't think we really need to worry too much about that. And it obviously depends on the unique spawn itself. Because, of course, if it's the 3 Seers or something like that, or Igrim, then we're going to have some issues, potentially. But if it's someone else, like, for example, Warlord Zolkar, I think we could probably handle him. We could probably handle Wolfbode now as well. Wolfbode by ourselves would probably be relatively easy. And obviously we do have a number of other unique spawns that we haven't even seen yet. And they are also somewhat available to us. Or at least I feel like we should probably be pretty easily capable of handling them. But obviously it depends. You know, it depends on a wide variety of things, whether we're actually going to be even able to find them. You know, finding them is actually the most difficult thing to do when it comes to when it comes to dealing with unique spawns. Because they could be anywhere, you know. They could be anywhere. They could be literally, you know, in some random corner of the map. And it could be very difficult to find them. Let's try and see if I can... Whoa, I'm actually inside? Are you serious? Okay, I'm actually kind of weirded out by this. Should I tell my forces to charge in? Yes, I think we should. Yes, let's do it. Let's see if I can do some damage to this guy. Oh, I'm getting shot for some reason. I don't know where from. Ah, from behind me right there. Okay, yeah, well, if I can just eliminate this guy. There we go. And how are my forces doing, actually? Because this is probably it's probably a bad idea for me to actually do this. Basically what I'm trying to do right now is just eliminate as many enemy forces as I can get my hands on, just trying to kill them, you know, just trying to kill them as best as I can. If I can do that, we are going to have a much better time when we come back in. Try to eliminate a number of these crossbowmen as well. Considering the fact that I'm right next to them, I might as well do that, right? You know, so it's pretty much free. If we can survive it. There we go. And there we are. All right. Ooh, we lost an auto ranger, another one. Okay, yeah, that's kind of harsh. That is kind of harsh, but there isn't much I can do about that. I could retreat, obviously. I could retreat, and I will probably be doing that in just a second. Okay, here we go. Gonna retreat. Ah, get it. There we go. Nice. All right. So, that was all right. That was okay. We did end up losing a handful of troops. We did lose one Noldor Ranger. Okay, only one. That's fine. That's not too bad. We did end up killing 212 units. I think that's actually pretty decent. Going to abandon the siege once again. As you can see, we've only got 500 troops remaining. I have lost 40 renown from this, but if you think about the fact that we won the wonderful sally out that they did earlier, that means that we're actually still in positive, you know what I mean. We're still in a positive value, so we don't really need to worry about that too much. Okay, so we're now at level 39, and the question is, what do we want to do? Do I want to spec more into strength? I think I should probably do that, all things considered. I'd like to go for some more Iron Flesh here, get 81 HP. And then we're going to besiege the town once more, and we're going to wait here for a little bit of time, and there is the 12,000. I'm actually, you know what, I kind of want to reject this offer, because they would have actually given me 27,000 if I had spoken to Marius himself, but I'm going to just take the 12,000 because I don't want to lose any honor if I can help it. Otherwise, I'm going to wait here for some time. Let's go in once again, and we'll see what we can do. Okay, what is actually going on here? It looks as though they have decided to sally out once again, but this is a very perplexing situation to sally out in, because I think they only have about 200 left. Yeah, they only have about 200 troops left in the garrison here. I'm not sure why they would sally out, but, you know, that is their prerogative, obviously. Now, one thing we're going to do is immediately after we have captured this, we must go back to Ethos, because it is currently under siege by the Deshar. I'm not sure why every single person wants a piece of us right now, but they're very much making it very, very difficult for us to maintain any semblance of territory here. So I'm kind of hoping that maybe what we'll be able to do is, once we're done with this, we might be able to make it in time. I think they've been besieging it for quite some time. I actually don't know how long it's been, but there you go. Okay, 27 renown for us. Let's lead the assault. I think this is going to be extremely, extremely simple for us. We're probably going to be able to finish this just through pure ranged damage. I did do one round of this where we killed about 200 troops, just through range, you know, just through using arrows, bolts, etc., just to eliminate as many forces as possible, because these fellows do seem to want to come out here for some reason. They seem to want to charge us very audaciously, and as a result of them doing that, they just get absolutely massacred. I mean, you can see that right here, right in front of us. We just have death after death from the opponent, and they don't have much that they can do, you know. That's really kind of bad for them. Not sure if they're really understanding what they're getting themselves into here coming out, but you know, them doing that, that's literally just handing us the victory right now. That is literally what's happening. But what we're going to do is hopefully get there in time. It's going to be a little bit dicey. I'm not sure. I don't think I even have time to do anything here in regards to training anyone or, you know, doing anything like that with the steward, for example. So I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to give Says to our claimant friend. And I'm going to have to allow him to do whatever he wants to do with it, basically. Even though I would like to take it for myself, I think it's probably best that he has one. I think he... Didn't he lose... Was it me that had Valenbray, or was it him that had Valenbray? I actually don't know. But he does have Windholm still, of course. He has Windholm, and he does have something else, I believe. I actually can't remember which ones he has now, but I'm sure he has at least one town, so that's good enough. And I'm going to tell my forces to charge in here. As you can see, we're basically only having about 50 or so troops remaining for us to eliminate, and then we'll move on. Alright, so we're currently in a battle against the one... Yeah, you heard that right. The one Dashar vassal that decided to siege Ethos. I don't know why he decided to do this, considering the fact that there are 700 troops in the garrison there. It's a little bit weird. So, yeah, I don't know where the others have gone, because I'm pretty sure I saw the text Great Host nearby to one of our villages. So I'm assuming that they must have, I don't know, maybe they want to besiege something else. I'm assuming they're probably going to go for Janos, or they're going to go for Sez, because obviously Sez was taken now relatively easily. And we only have 10 more troops remaining to eliminate. And then we're going to be good, because then we can probably make our way to one of the castles. Obviously, as you know, I like to do the sort of... I like to use the strategy where we just basically take every single one of their towns before we go for the castles, because it's a pain to have to take the towns when they have a massive garrison, and I'm talking about 1,000 troops. You know, it's going to be extremely dangerous for us to do that. Now, this guy's got a good personality, but the question is, I don't really want to let him go, but I will let him go, even despite the fact that I don't want to, but it's just because he's got a good personality, really. That's it. That's the only reason. So, yeah, we'll see what we can do. Otherwise, this is where we currently are, and Janos is not under siege or anything like that. As you can see, this is what the Empire currently has available to them. I'd like, if at all possible, to take Oregar Castle and Maris Castle. Maybe we can make our way over there and do that really fast. As you can see, we do have a war party there. We also have some loyal knights running around, and I'm hopeful that they will do a really good job. Okay. Marius Imperator is literally right here. That's quite funny. Okay, so the question is, are they going to sally out? I am assuming they will. I am actually assuming that they will do that. Oh, we got the war party to join us as well. Okay, that's actually quite funny. I'm not sure whether we're even... Are we even going to have any problems with this? I mean, we've literally got T-Knights now. We've got T-Knights and Biscuit Sergeants and so on and so forth. As you can see, we've got loads of these guys with us now. And I wouldn't be surprised if we are just going to absolutely destroy everything in sight. Or at least I hope so. But, I don't know. I mean, the funny thing about Pendor is that a lot of the times, castles are actually more dangerous to try to take than towns. And the reason for that is purely because of the layout. The layout is just so much more conducive. I find it a bit weird that the enemy is actually charging out here, to be honest. I don't know why they're doing that, but yeah, I'm going to welcome them first. I'll be the first person to say, yes, please come over here. I would very much appreciate you coming out and making it a little bit easier for me to do damage. As you see, the enemy is not having a very good time at all. They're literally just getting slaughtered here. I mean, it is to be expected, of course. Let me raise my shield, make sure that we're not going to get shot in the face by some crossbowman or another. There we go. Nice damage. Can we get some more? Alright, so far it's not too bad. I mean, as you can see, we have, well, we've lost one troop each, which is okay, but this is where it gets dangerous. When we come in here and we go up these ladders, this is where it's going to get really, really dicey, because we've got two archery nests on either side. Thankfully, wow, they're not really defending very well. Kind of interesting. All right, I don't really mind that too much. That is absolutely fine. Thank you very much for shooting me in the face. That's great. I love that. And maybe we can just do a little bit of something here. Try to kill this guy. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit problematic. These guys. All right, so these are the fellows that might actually be causing us a bit of a headache. And indeed, they are shooting me in the face as soon as I lower my shield. That's what they generally tend to do nowadays. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Oh, and we've got another one up there. Leslie is also advanced to level 20. That's wonderful. And I actually wonder if my guy is actually going to be able to handle what is going on up there. Is he? He should be able to. Yep, apparently he was able to. Very good. And we are losing quite a few people right now. The question is, if we are able to succeed here, we should be able to take this castle in one fell swoop, which would be amazing. But I have a bad feeling about this. Let's see if we can make it. Well, I actually wanted to try and sneak around the side right there, but that didn't work out too well, did it? No, unfortunately for me. Anyway, how many people do they actually have here? I think 500, right? 500, 600, something like that. I think we should probably be fine, considering the fact that we do have a lot of reinforcements coming in now. The only problem is fighting on this staircase. It is actually looking very, very bad for us. But if we can just push forward a little bit here and maybe get some of our people to, I don't know, just try to get around the side, that is going to be the only thing that can really push us forward here, but we should be fine. All right, so it looks as though that is indeed the end of the siege. I'm actually extremely pleased about that. It took ages. Yeah, it took a long, long time. I'm not a big fan of these really long, drawn-out sieges unless I'm alive, of course. If I'm alive, then that's, that's fine, as long as it's not an hour. We don't want to do that again, do we? No, we don't want to do that again, but we do have a victory. There we go. We do actually have a victory on our hands. And that was, indeed, look at that, 545 enemies. And we are only getting 44 renown for this. That's actually insane, if you think about it. That is really, really harsh. And I guess I'm just going to let him go once again. Personally, I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think I should let these guys go so much, but there are many, many different reasons why. And generally, I do think trying to build up relation with them is a good idea, but then I also have to think about the fact that actually maybe we just want to take them prisoner, just prevent them from rebuilding super quickly and then coming back at us really fast. That's the kind of thing that can happen really, really easily now to us. So what I'm actually going to do here is we're going to take absolutely every single person that we can that is high level. And then we're just going to move on, and we're just going to put these guys in the garrison. We're going to... I'm going to give this to Mr. Ironhand. I think he should probably have that, because I don't want to deal with the garrison there. Unfortunately, when it is given to myself, I don't get a free garrison or anything like that. It would be really wonderful if that was the case, but no, of course it isn't. So yeah, we now have to just kind of make do with what we're going to get. So otherwise, apart from that, what we should do is just go into the garrison. Just a moment. There it is. Yeah, so the garrison basically has nothing inside, which is really bad. But yeah, not much I can do about that. So we'll just have to do a little bit of level ups, and I think that is it. Really, that was it. Okay. Yeah, I thought I recruited many more than that actually, but no such luck. And yeah, we do have a lot of companions that leveled up right there, but yeah, I'm not going to really be doing anything with them just yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Ethos real fast, and we need to, well, we need to do basically everything. It's a very, very difficult situation for us to be in right now. Okay, so look at that. We are actually getting some T-Knights and Biscuit Sergeants and stuff like that every so often. It is taking a very, very long time, unfortunately, so that is somewhat bad. But yeah, we're just going to get a whole bunch of regular troops here, and then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait here for some time, because we do have quite a few people that got knocked out, so I want to make sure that they're back on their feet by the time we are needed to go in once again. Ah, here we go. This is actually pretty nice. Okay, so the Dashar are offering us a peace agreement. I will say yes to that. The Bacchus Empire are offering us a peace agreement. Do I want to say yes to that too and then just focus on the Fierdsvain? Actually, yes. Let's do it. Okay. We made peace. Okay. This is actually really good, by the way. This is actually really good. I mean, here's the thing, right? If the Empire decides to declare war against us again at some point in the future, we don't really need to worry about them at all. They've got literally what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 6 castles, is that correct? Yes, that is correct. So we don't really need to worry about that. We could go back to Javiksholm right now and literally just take that. Straight up. I think we should probably do that. Let's do it. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of... you know what? I don't really want to do that. I kind of want to stick around until we have enough... until we have more Biscuit Sergeants and stuff like that. Considering we're not really against it in terms of time now, because we can kind of relax a bit now that we don't have 3 factions at war against us. I wouldn't be surprised if the Ravenstone or something, or... Oh well, Sarleon are probably going to be the next people to declare war against us. That would be pretty bad. Because they're basically right in front of us, right? They're right in front of us, and we really do not want to have a problem with them, because they have a relatively large territory, and I'd prefer not to have that be a problem. But yeah, it's very annoying actually that we can't create vassals of our very own. That is the one thing that I'm personally kind of a bit irritated by, because if I could create vassals, this would be so much easier for us. I suppose that's the point. Okay, let's just kill this guy. There we go. And then we're just gonna... I need to speak to this fellow. There we are. Nice. Okay, and... Oh, hello. 7 bounty hunters. Yeah, that's not really very useful. Yeah, what I actually do want to do is I want to speak to the tavern keeper here. And I want to get my hands on a baggage train. Thank you very much. And then we will speak to Julia. When did she level up? Did she level up just now? When she just killed that guy? I think she leveled up just now. That's actually quite funny. But yeah, we're just going to stay here, or more accurately, I'm going to stay here until we have a whole bunch of Pendor man-at-arms, and then I'm going to be hopefully turning them into Biscuit Sergeants, and then we can move on. Alright, so we're at Javiksholm, and we're going to do a little bit of something here. There is a sally out once again, as you might expect, and we're going to try and see if we can earn some renown here. We need more prestige, actually. That is the main thing that I'm kind of hurting for right now. We really need more prestige. I have kind of run out of it now. With the amount of Biscuit Sergeants that we've been inducting and all that stuff, it's actually causing us a bit of a problem. So I'm hopeful that with the upcoming campaign against the Fierdsvain, we might actually get our hands on a lot of prestige, and with that prestige we can then create more CKO units. One of the greatest things actually I feel like would be really, really nice for Pendor and for, well, shall we say, I guess Warband specifically, is for there to be a way to increase the amount of renown that you can gain because as it stands right now, I kind of have to struggle to get it. Especially, well, more prestige is the main thing that I have to struggle to get right here, because renown is forever, basically. You know, as you know, renown is basically a thing that remains with you forever. But prestige is something that you're obviously spending on your CKO, and it's very, very easy for it to just fritter away. You can literally just say goodbye to it almost instantaneously upon having any number of, you know, for example, Pendor Man-at-Arms or Pendor Knights or something along those lines. It very, very quickly disappears. Unless you have a lot of honor. That is the one thing that you can obviously... you can determine that quite nicely, of course. If you did the Noldor capturing strategy or something like that, you might be able to have the ability to do that. I don't know. You may have a bit of a benefit from that. Unfortunately for me, however, I obviously didn't have the opportunity to do that. I didn't have the time to do that. It was very, very harsh. Anyway, we did end up losing 5 Heretic Magni right there. Kind of a bit weirded out by that. Okay, so we can go straight on in. I don't know whether I really want to stay in here, to be honest. We might want to retreat and just try to get them in a sally out again, if we can. If we can get them in a sally out twice in a row, maybe if we can even do it 3 times in a row, we're going to have a great time. The question is it possible? I don't know. It seems like the enemy is actually going to be proving to be quite annoying in this one. As you can see, we're going to need to... well, actually, I don't even know what we're going to need to do, because we've got a ladder and a siege tower here, so I'm assuming... Yeah, this is going to be a problem, isn't it? Yeah, this is going to be an issue. The enemy is going to be waiting for us right here, and then there's just going to be a massive amount of arrows flying towards us. Yes, I'm just going to try and waste their arrows and thrown weapons as much as possible here, and then we'll see if we can maybe get some of our forces up on the battlements. Hopefully they're not going to get shot to pieces as they do. I want them to just stay on the battlements as much as possible here, because that's going to give them a height advantage against the opponent, at least a little bit maybe, because obviously we don't really want to go down into the courtyard. That would give them the advantage, and that would be pretty bad. Okay, so far, actually, things seem to be going much better than anticipated. I thought I would die almost instantly from coming up here, but let's see whether that is indeed going to be the case. We might have a problem. Ah, I kind of thought that would happen. I kind of thought that would happen. As soon as I jumped down there without a shield, I was like, I have no place to really block any projectiles coming my way. Yeah, so that really didn't work out too well. However, we did eliminate a significant portion of the opponent's forces, and that is all that we really want, isn't it? Yeah, that's all that we really want. So what we're going to do now is we're going to actually end up retreating, and we are just going to wait here for some time. Let's hope that no one actually appears. Yeah, I think that's Valdis right there. He's got a mercenary company as well. I'm actually quite surprised that they're not attacking me immediately, but apparently they don't want to. I'm kind of surprised about that. Okay, interesting. So now that we are basically full HP, we should be full HP, right? We're 50%. Wow, we take ages to get Well, you take ages to get healed now. It's actually staggering. Okay, so, yeah, more Pendor Man-at-Arms. Okay, so the question is, they've got 600. Wow, okay. They've got 600. I don't know how we're really going to do this without sustaining massive amounts of casualties, but I guess we can try. Maybe there's going to be another... No, not another sally out. Okay, we didn't get another sally out. That's kind of unfortunate. I guess the best thing we can do is the rinse and repeat strategy. I don't really want to do that either. I personally find that not so riveting, because apart from the fact that sometimes I can get behind enemy lines, like we did just now, that was fun. But, yeah, doing this and then having to retreat and so on and so forth, not a terribly big fan of that. I do quite like distracting the opponent and having their arrows flying towards me right here, because it's just a complete waste for them. They're not going to inflict as much damage against our own forces, against our proper forces. Okay, I've got to be a bit careful here. There we go. Okay, so now we can just let our forces get onto the battlements. Hopefully these enemies will still be focusing me slightly, and we might be able to do some damage to the ranged troops in the courtyard itself. Wow, they have a lot of Valkyries. I am actually staggered by how many Valkyries they have. This is pretty crazy. I won't be able to survive this, I don't think. I won't be able to survive this because their thrown weapons are very, very damaging. They're going to literally just murder me. Very, very simply. Oh, actually, wait, no, maybe. No, maybe I can do a little bit of something here. I don't think we're actually going to be doing much at all, but we can try to survive as best as possible, try to get as many kills as we possibly can get, and we'll just hope that I don't get shot in the face by a thrown weapon. It is going to happen eventually, though, or I'm just going to get whittled down, like for example, from that guy. He actually managed to... Yep. They managed to outrange me, unfortunately. They managed to outrange me. That really makes a big difference. And yeah, once again, actually not doing too badly. Look at this. We were able to do about 225 enemy troops with very few casualties on our side. And I think that's the only thing that we can really be very thankful for here, because if we were taking massive casualties, we wouldn't be able to come in over and over again. That was the one thing that we kind of didn't have the best time doing against the Empire Castle that we took earlier in the episode. It was not very good at all, because we ended up losing about 15 or so troops, and actually losing them, not knocked unconscious or anything like that, but actually them being dead. So that was pretty bad. Now, the question is, do we want to run away from this? I think we do actually want to run away from this, despite the fact that we're doing very, very nicely here. I really don't want to just have any of our forces randomly die when we could prevent it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see any more Noldor die, Hero Adventurers, Heretic Magnite, any of those guys. You know, it's much, much better for us to just do this. Ooh. Okay, so if Sarlian does decide to declare war, as you can see, the Three Seers are launching a surprise attack on Marlians. So if Sarlian does decide to do that, we can take advantage, and that's what we want. We want to be able to take advantage whenever possible, to be honest, because the AI is definitely not going to pull any punches. When they have the advantage, they are always going to press it as much as possible. And there's another 39,000 there for us, which is pretty nice. Oh, Valenbray literally just got taken. Valenbray just got taken by Sarlian? Okay. I'm not entirely sure what happened with that, but apparently the Sarlian kingdom decided that they wanted to declare war against the Deshar, and they went over to Valenbray to take that. Okay, that's very intriguing, because that means that when and if we have the ability to attack the Kingdom of Sarlian, we are going to have to take Valenbray from them. So that's quite fun. I think that's quite fun. Why not? We're able to do so much damage from this. It's so funny how different it is to actually fight on the battlements in comparison to fighting in a sally out. I actually don't know what the difference is, to be honest, because it feels to me like this is so much easier. I mean, literally, look at this. I'm killing enemies left, right, and center, but when we're on the battlements, it feels very much different. I don't know. It feels difficult, different, whatever. Basically, same thing. But yeah, it definitely is gonna be. I don't know. It's a bit strange. A bit strange for me. Because look at this. Look at these guys. They're aware that I'm here, but they're not really paying too much attention until I hit them, obviously. But we're able to murder them very, very easily. And look at that, another 125 kills and 25 renown for us there too. Let's just go in. We can just go in straight away. We should have this in the bag now. This should be a complete and utter victory. There should only be about 200 or so troops remaining. We are going to get 11 renown for this. Obviously, as I said to you before, I'd like to try and generate as much renown, as much prestige as we can possibly get our hands on. But the problem with that is you have to kind of leverage your units against the potential for prestige gain. And the question is, here's the thing, right? You've got to think about the cost, the prestige cost. Because as it is right now, getting a T-Knight, right? Inducting a T-Knight into the CKO, it costs us about 40, 45, I think. Yeah, 40 or 45 prestige. So if you think about that in terms of prestige gain and renown gain and so on, that means that 2 T-Knights cost me 1 sally out if I get a sally out with 100 renown being gained, right? So basically that means that you can just get 2 T-Knights. So if you lose 2 T-Knights, right, in that 1 sally out or in 1 siege, you're not really going to be able to get those guys back without spending the exact amount that you just gained. So there's basically going to be a net loss overall in terms of prestige if you're losing those kinds of units, of course. If you're losing the T-Knights every single time, then of course that's how it's going to be. But if you are not, and you're actually ending up losing just random other kinds of units, then I suppose it's probably worth it. Because then you can just get those CKO units instead, and it's going to be a lot easier, but yeah, it's still problematic across the board. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's really going to be super, super effective for us, but we can just give it a go. We can just give it a go and see what happens. My forces are in the courtyard. I don't know why they're on the courtyard down there. I don't know why I told them to hold position down there. That was a bit of a mistake on my part, I think. But we're just going to continue slashing away here. Kind of makes me wish that I had a two-handed, to be honest. Two-handed would absolutely destroy here. But we are killing things in 1 hit, so I guess that's all I can really be thankful for. You know, generally, anytime you can get a 1-hit kill, it's a good day. And there it is. All right, not too bad. And yeah, it was actually about 200, like I said. Okay, not too bad. That's wonderful. So we can take this guy prisoner, let this guy go. Let this guy go. This guy doesn't like us, so yeah, we can take him prisoner as well. Let's get a little bit of loot. Okay, so we got... Ooh, nice. We actually got some pretty nice troops here for us to take. I'd like... some of it is not so good. We'll take the maiden cavalry here, I suppose. We have Pendor sergeants here as well. I don't really want to take those if I can help it, but we do already have some. I think I'm just going to take the heretic units that can level up into Magni, and then we'll just move on from here. Okay, so the question is, do I want to have it for myself? Probably not, actually. Probably not. I'm going to give this to this guy. And yeah, this is a bad time, isn't it? Yeah, this is a very, very bad time for us. We're going to have some issues later on unless we can get get our hands on some vassals. That would be extremely, extremely good. But it's going to be... Ooh, hello. Okay, no, this is actually perfect. Wonderful. Okay, so what we're going to do is... I don't even know what to do right now. How many adventurers do they even have? That's the question. I don't even know. So, I'm going to have to get rid of 10 of these. And I think we're going to just check. How many do they have?
Yes.
18. Or should we say 19 more like. So we're going to have to get rid of some people. So we're going to have to get rid of these guys. And this is annoying, isn't it? Yeah, this is absolutely annoying. Okay, what about this guy? No, he can go. Some of these guys can go. We've got loads of really, really good units, actually. These guys can also go technically, but I think we have enough space now. I think we should, at least.
Yes, good sir.
I can only hire 18 of you? Yeah, sure, why not? That's fine, I'm only missing out on one. That's great. I don't really want to go out onto the map again and do that annoying swapping. So yes, now we have 25 adventurers, and they can level up into hero adventurers, and then we'll be in a very, very good position. Okay, so as you can see, Salian has indeed, as I said to you before, taken this from the Dashar, taken Valenbray from the Dashar, and then we also have, obviously, a small amount of castles and things like that the Fierdsvain still have too. So we're going to have to do something about that, and we'll do that in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.